be quiet.
And it is my pleasure to welcome Jack Strasberg to Gaia's Zoom room, here with Marco Elsterman and me. We got to talking, and Jack is so interesting, and I love the subject that I said we got to record this. And so, what were we talking about, Jack?
Oh yeah, my new back in 1974, I recognized the need for a new system, and that wasn't it wasn't out there. The next system had another 40 years before they came out. That was one of the first, and I wrote I wrote what a treatise called my New Paradigm Project.
Oh,
And I think, and I haven't really, well, I haven't, I got away from my website because I wasn't able to attract enough people. I mean, when people would read what I wrote, they'd say, "This is great, Jack," but saying it's great, cool, but if you're not going to spend a little time on it, then it doesn't really make a whole lot of difference. So I
I
thought,
know what you
well,
mean.
finally thought, well, maybe I should. Well, anyway, I think I'm okay. Because I just want to get this out and get it over with, so you can do your thing. But so I finally thought, well, I need a different platform because once people want to do something, we got a group together. I'm very good at organizing and strategizing and putting things together and making it happen. But getting people involved in it is not my thing. I never been real lucky at that or good at that. So
I'm the
anyway,
same way.
I decided that I had to join. I had to get another platform, and so that's basically why when I met Rick Alfick when we were on the Caravan of Unity. You ever hear that the Caravan of Unity?
Yes,
Yeah, I
yes.
was on that.
I
I was one of the
almost joined
few.
them one year.
You almost
I,
joined them?
I almost did. Yeah.
Oh, I wish you
Something
would
happened.
have.
I think it was COVID. I would have come down
Yeah,
and joined, but COVID got in the way. Yeah.
yeah. I got in the way because they were expecting a big caravan, buses
Yeah.
and things, and what it turned out to be is one van.
Yeah.
And then I joined. They started out in San Francisco, and I joined them in Colorado, and I had a car. So then we had at least another car to where people could do the work and still let somebody go off and do something else. But anyway, it was yeah, that would have been nice if you'd have been there. Would have enjoyed meeting
Yeah.
you. That would have been several years, few years sooner.
Several years ago. Yes. Ah, Mr. Dan. This is Dan. And Dan has to do with AI. And he was in Humanity Rising the other day. And so to have him join us is rather flattering.
Ah, well, good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dan,
we
it's
need to
lovely to
figure
have
out
you
this AI
join.
stuff.
Oh, great.
Can't live with it and can't live without it.
Yeah, seems that way. Too much money at stake.
Yeah, there is. And I know very little about money or basically anything much other than talking with the community. Humanity Rising has
Oh,
been a great education. Are you familiar at all? Of course, you were on it. That's how I met you. I was really
yeah.
impressed with the program, and I crafted the summary of it for the Patreon page. Did you get a
Oh,
chance to
great.
look at that?
Now, how do I see it?
I sent you an email. Let's see if I can
If you
find
sent it today, I haven't seen it, but I haven't seen one earlier.
There it is. It
Just
was
quickly, Shannon, how did you
on the
guys meet?
12th on the on Humanity Rising.
Oh, okay, that's right.
He came
And you
to the
hung in
after
there.
chat as well. Yeah, this is the body of the. Um,
Yeah, I don't see an
there you go.
email.
That's all right. I put it in the chat here.
Oh, great. Okay, let me chat.
Oh.
Fiction post, and here is the Zoom room as. So I click on the Patreon post thing. What do I
Yeah.
click on here? Okay.
I'm not sure what you're seeing. It should open up with Humanity Rising 1181.
Oh yeah, here it is. Okay, got it. Thanks. Hey, it's got my name. Great. Okay.
Yes.
You're famous.
Yeah, a lady friend of mine was deep into the Hollywood movie stuff. She did a lot of, she still has a production company there. And she said the first thing that an actor does when you give them the script is they look for their name.
Absolutely. I think that's very human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was taking classes from Hollywood directors and things out at one of the universities in the Valley because I was my plan was to be a writer director
Oh,
in films, but things ended up I got involved in activism and just didn't have the time to do it, and I wish I had figured out that I could have done the movies and the activism at the same use the movies stuff to do the activism. And I didn't realize that till too late or something. Anyway, it didn't
oh,
You've
happen, and
done
here I
some
interesting.
am.
amazing work, Jack. Yeah.
And now
I'm
wishing
sorry.
wishing now because I think I had the talent because I took drama courses and they were easy. I really you know things like that came easy to me
Wow. Yeah, well, that's interesting for sure. Well, activism, money helps for that.
for
Well, it's
sure.
the root. It's the root of the work that we do now. Jim Garrison was an activist, and he didn't
Oh,
have
Yeah, that
to avoid the draft. They lost his file, so
huh.
he didn't have to go to war, but he was part of the activists and being watching him throughout the years, through the 6 years of Humanity Rising, um, and the changes he's made, and the news that he's brought to us. His specialties are philosophy, theology, and what's the other one, Jack?
oh, I should know too, huh?
Um, theology, mm, philosophy.
Oh, well, oh, wait a
I
minute, wait a
can't
minute. You
remember.
had the other one before.
Yeah, I know. I said that.
You said
And it,
philosophy, right?
history. History is the other
Oh,
one.
his God, we should have known
Yes.
that because that's his main one.
Well, yeah, that's my point. What we've been doing is creating a library of Jim Garrison's opening comments. And the programs themselves. Stan Cochran, who is just currently gone into the hospital, he created a relational database, a wiki, that holds all of the links to Humanity Rising. It holds all of the after chats and the
Nice.
diversity of information that's available. I have mine separately in Patreon, and I do Jim's Nuggets, which was a verbatim transcript of Jim's opening comments. Because we talked about it in the after chat, didn't we, Jack? About
Yeah.
making a book of the opening comments. So I couldn't go back. I didn't have time to go back. So I started a blog so I could at least capture them every day. And he moved to Washington in September of 23 to help Danny Sheehan with the New Paradigm Institute. And so I thought, I'll start this Jim's Nuggets. It was Jim's morning messages, but Jim, when he found out what I was doing, he said, well, he invited me, why don't you use Jim's Nuggets? Other people have done similar work. And so
Yeah.
I picked up the shawl, and away I went. And by November, I was slammed because he was at that time. Was it every day or was it 5 days a week by then? I think it was 5 days a week
It was
then.
5 days a week. Well, I
Yeah,
think
that's right.
when I first started, it was already 5 days a week, and I think that was by 23.
That's right. Yeah. The first semester he did it was 7 days a week, and it was just
Yeah.
bizarre. But it created a refuge in the storm. And we were talking about good things, about solutions and sacredness and Mother Earth and sisters and brothers and one family and all of this really, you know, and from places that were intriguing, beautiful things. So what we want to make this library available. Sorry, Jack. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you have something you want to finish what you were saying, go ahead. I don't want to interrupt, but
I'd
I just
rather
had a
listen to
quick
you.
thing for Dan. Um, I mean, and that's if you're interested. But Shannon, is talking about other networks that Stan was doing about has all the episodes in that. And I guess what I'm saying is that could be one of the most interesting databases in existence because it has
Yeah.
all the people that have ever done on Humanity Rising, and I'm sure that Shannon will support. It has some of the best people in the world at some of the most necessary things that need to be done. And I don't think there's another database out there anywhere that puts that for much met that many and that big a variety of people, and then lets you not only know of their websites and background in writing, you get to see them for an hour-long show to see how they appear. And I guess what I'm saying to you is that if you have an interest in this kind of stuff, uh, this is a very, very, very cool thing to, and I've been an activist for over 50 years, and this is one of the best things out there. If that's the kind of
Wow.
thing one wants to do. So I just wanted you to know that, just in case. Not
Thanks,
that I'm trying
Jack.
to push you in any direction, whatever.
Well, I'm certainly interested.
Here is your
Right.
reminder.
That that's gratifying to hear, Dan. With Stan going into the hospital, it's
Oh,
kind of
wow.
rocked my world. Yeah.
Wow.
Um, he's done the day pages for 6 years and developing the templates and the method and how to take this one from here and put it over there and take that one over there from over there and put it over here. And I coding, I know computers a little bit, but he was a computer specialist. He broke down
Yeah.
computers and rebuilt them. And he had the
Amazing.
first uh, network of correspondence. He was right back at the very beginning of emails, and they used to use the photocopier and then send them out to a mailing list. Yeah. I feel like I'm limping rather drastically when he's not well, and he had a scare last year, and I really thought he'd bounce back, but I was wrong. So I have to scramble a little in figuring out how to do what's necessary. I've done a lot of work on the creating an initiative, the Rising Water Initiative. I have done all sorts of things using AI, trying to figure out a way. And I haven't yet found a way. I don't have I need a team, but I don't know what the team looks like, so I don't know how to ask.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot to it. I think I sent a link to God, I wonder who I sent that to. Sent a link to my YouTube we did on how to make your AI smarter, which makes it much more fun for doing conversations. I'll see if I can find that.
You sent it to
Yeah,
me, didn't you? Yeah, it was
yeah,
good.
I hope so.
I haven't done any of them.
Did you put it in the chat?
I'm gonna find it here now.
Well, thank you.
Train your AI. Here it is.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what all it was about when you had your talk with Jim. And I always kind of like to, people who are knowledgeable about
Well,
AI and, to a fairly deep extent. I'm always kind of curious of how you think is the best way to deal with that, because AI obviously has some ups where you can do a lot of cool things, but it also has some very serious downs. I mean, it can really mess up with our entire culture, as far as I know, of course. And I would like your thoughts on that because you're a lot deeper in it than I am.
yeah. Well,
But
the main thing to
anyway,
keep
so
in
that's
mind is
my
the main
thing
thing
is
to keep
that
in mind. Go
it's
ahead.
I don't like it. I wish it wasn't there, but now that it is there, those of us who are trying to make the world a better place have absolutely got to use it, because
Yeah,
otherwise we
the
get
thing.
lost behind the people who are.
Yeah,
And
and the idea is you have
Hold
to
on, Jack.
you have to you have to make your metaphor for what an AI is might need to be changed. A lot of people think that one AIs are programmed, okay, and they're not, okay. And then the other thing is that they think they're machines and they're not. So those are two very important concepts. The entire programming part of what an AI is less than 2 pages of code. It's a tiny, tiny amount of code, okay? And that's because that's not how they work. That's, an AI is mathematically um, predicts things, and that's how it works. And they think that it predicts things the same way the human mind does, or something similar. The example I think I gave when I gave my talk, was if you're walking down a hallway, okay, and then suddenly, and you're walking around just fine, and suddenly, like, your foot feels a pebble in the hallway, okay? Suddenly your prediction model in your head is shown to be wrong, and you get alerted to that because you were predicting that there would not be anything in the way of your feet when you went down the hallway. And so you got an alert sort of in your brain that said, one of my predictions was wrong. And it is indeed a prediction. And so that's how things work. And when you're talking to someone, you're making a decision, again, predicting something. And then if they say something completely off the wall, like if you and I are talking right now and suddenly I start talking about my adventure to Costco and I bought something, you're going to be like, what the hell was that? Because you're predicting that I'm going to continue on this conversation. And that's what AIs do. AIs predict, and they predict based on a huge amount of knowledge that we've allowed them to have. And there was a friend of mine who's very deep into AI safety, and he said he spent 20 years in the field. His first 10 were how do you build an AI, and then he's like, okay, we figured it out. Now we will be safe as long as we never give an AI access to the internet. We never let them learn how to manipulate people, and we never let them write code. Okay, and we've now violated all of those things.
Yeah. And here we are at a nexus, and or a hockey stick that's going straight up.
Yep,
as
straight
you
up.
said. Yeah, it is a very interesting time to be alive. I'm really hoping that we can remember the joy of um, community and putting your hands in the soil, growing good food, enjoying it with your family and with your friends and your community, doing work
Yeah.
together. You know, I was inspired by a crow who did successful surgery on an earthworm. What I learned about earthworms is that, well, I didn't actually learn, I've conjectured that in the environment in which the earthworm lives, if it's in fertile soil, there's something in fertile soil that it can get carried away in overindulgence. And so it turns out that in the earthworm ecosystem, there is a bacteria that emits medicine that relieves the symptoms of clinical depression. And if we can get fertile soil into the buildings that people wait for their buses in, and give them something to do. Maybe they'll hang around and transplant seedlings or water plants or whatnot. Or maybe they'll want to use their energy and spend some time in the Power of People gym, where we collect the energy of people who want to work out, and why not? Um, and the idea of having places like this, and the thing is that that's a dream. What the reality is that we need to have places like that in every community, and it doesn't matter what it looks like. We need to have places where we can share our heart and our work and our the intentions that are born of love. I call them our heart gardens, because it's the quantumly entangled heart of the one we are, which is a giant worm, dragon, I believe. And I have a mythology that goes with that. And the
Oh,
Power of People gym is Pop, and Mom is the magic in ordinary moments. And it's just a delightful story, like all mythologies are. And I've written a book called I Think I May Be Psychotic, and I Like It. I, I have an, another one that's called my Book of Magic in Ordinary Moments, Mom. I have another book. It's called Jim's Nuggets, Volume 1, with Volume 2 in the works. I don't have a
wow.
publisher.
Yeah, well, a lot of people have to self-publish. That's what we did on Amazon.
Yeah, yeah,
But you
it's
don't get
sad.
much exposure that way unless you pay extra.
Oh, yeah, they always want your money.
Yep. Yep.
But I'm thinking of going to the university here, Thompson River University. It's called True, um, about showing them the OtherNetworks uh, database and inviting them to create for credit courses in which the students get to go in and glean the information there and share it and repair it. Um, it stands an old man. He's not as accurate as we would like him to be, um, but so it needs work, and so it would be an interesting project for university students to get their hands on
Yep.
MediaWiki. But yeah,
Yeah, good idea.
thank you. I have an idea for my website. I'm working towards it. It's supposed to be the portal into OtherNetworks, and the idea is it's based on the structure of a cottonwood tree. Cottonwood trees
Okay.
shed old parts of them, so old parts fall away as the new growth starts. And I thought that that was growing while shedding. I think that's what humanity has to do at this point in time, what's going on with Mother Earth. And so the trunk is where you come in, and then we talk about the roots and the source of the water, so at the river. And so that part is humanity rising. Of course, they
Oh
are the
yeah.
source of all things at this point, but not all things, because OtherNetworks is a doorway to everything in the world, it seems. But then there's the roots and the trunk where the life happens, and the branches where I believe the communication would happen, and that's where this TheConversation.cc comes into the ecosystem, because this place was created during the convergence when the conversation just kept on going. And so they just kept going. And so they've been doing that since back in a long time ago. And I've had guys in
Wow.
room here for 6 years. Uh, and the the dedication that is shown by Marco and Jamin Shively is remarkable. They're dependable and friendly and knowledgeable and passionate about the climate emergency and providing a place for collective human intelligence, which is what we do when we gather together. And that's what I like to think. Anyway. I've been talking a lot. I'm sorry. Please, it's your turn, if you don't mind.
So Shannon, are you gonna read that thing you were going to read, or do you want to wait till you have a bigger audience?
Oh, I
I can
don't need a bigger
understand that.
audience. Oh, well, thank you, Jack. That's so darling of you. No, I could certainly read it. It's actually kind of an introduction to the to my ecosystem. Um, so, thank you for asking, and I will. Uh, I should share screen so you guys don't have to look at me while I read. Um, It's called The Path, Pop and Mom.
Oh, it's a poem,
Yeah, you want to hear it?
right?
Yeah,
Is this a poem?
it is a
Yeah,
poem.
sure.
Looks like
Okay.
it.
Uh, well, I'll tell you what. Um, I'm not going to share the screen. I'm just going to talk it, and you guys can watch me.
So
Because
we're
I
supposed to read it. You're not going to talk
no
it, or
no
you
I'm
want?
going to read it to you. Today I did the reading aloud in my community. I moved in with my mom, and she lives in a seniors community, and I now read on Tuesday afternoons to people who are interested, and it's fun. I've been reading to people for quite a long time. So anyway, this is called The Path, Pop and Mom. From I don't know how, cowering in the corner, to I'm on my path, unplanned, a complete switch of perspective. It freed me from being unrooted and vulnerable. I became courageous and confident, bold and equal to the moment. I was on an adventure. It wasn't me alone either. People had been gathering. I want to encourage people to use the simile, the metaphor or mythology that holds that hashtag, the one we are, is solid proof that God is alive. God is alive. God divides
Mhm.
and multiplies. God creates by division in the third dimension, but in another dimension, fission fits. A new Akash is formed, an offspring God. We are Pop, P-O-P. The power of people is Pop. Pop. We are our will. What do we will? What do we want? Mom is the weaver of the lines of our lives, a feminine field that husbands the will of Pop within it. Mom is the magic in ordinary moments that happen to everyone, no matter what we believe. She loves to be noticed, and the more you notice her in the magical moments of synchronicity and serendipity, deja vu, and second sight, the more that Mom will surprise you in patterns, marvels, and sparkles that happen in response to you. I love to dance with Mom. She never steps on my toes. I feel her in every cell. She embraces my sparkle with her particles and all that is. By Shannon McArthur, SonLight, Sparkling on the Waters.
Wow, very good, my dear.
Wow.
Well, thank you
Wow.
so much for listening. You like that?
Yeah, it's very
I
nice.
liked it.
Well, that's
Yep.
wonderful. Well, and Carol Sue comes in just at the end. I am so glad that she's here. Carol Sue, Sarah Sue, we can't
Oh,
hear
good.
you
Yeah,
yet.
I tried. Yes, I sent her an email to the email address that she gave me and hadn't heard back.
Ah, well, you never, well, she's off in the boonies in Belize.
Yeah, yeah, that's what she said. Yeah.
Are we talking about
Yeah.
Diana?
No, Carol Sue. No, Diana is in Germany. She's still collecting herself from her holidays, I believe.
Still
Oh,
what?
okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Diana doesn't come to Gaia's Zoom. She only comes to the after chat. Yeah. Carol Sue.
Yeah, well, Sarah Sue, well, I was talking about my
Yes.
new paradigm treatise, and I gave Sarah Sue access to it, or a way to reach it, and she read it and she said she liked it, but I haven't talked about it in detail. But I'm just using that to say that it might be worth reading for others that are in the group. I mean, I think it's totally worth reading, but
Of
Sure.
course. Thank you so much for your work. Sarah Sue, what do you think about it?
oh, there she is.
Yeah. Why
Well,
can't I hear you?
I mentioned that at the exact right time.
Yeah, I thought you
Close.
knew she was here. It was
I
perfect.
didn't. I was
Ah,
just
that's
talking
Mom
about the
playing
fact that
games on you.
I was just trying to give you a reason to read it. I thought if she liked it, you probably would.
Well, thank you so much. Yeah, I do these kind of things, Dan, and I am totally inept at the sharing and where do I post it. And I've got two websites, one for Our Heart Gardens, and the other one is my personal one. But that's where I keep my library. where I've got all my books, not all my books. I've got another one, a children's book called Jake the Dog Shares His Tale. It and it includes the promise of peace that Mama Gaia gave me in the form of
Have you read?
inspired words that wove together two stones. What did you say, Jack?
Yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt. I guess it's kind of a silly question, but have you read all the books in your library?
I wrote them. I, I wrote them, Jack.
You wrote
Would
them?
you? Yes. Would you like to have the link to my my library?
Oh, for sure.
Okay. Let me see if I can
I don't
find
have
it.
a lot of time to read, but I'd like to at least get an idea of where you're coming from on those. I mean, I have a pretty good idea where you're coming from. I know you well enough, but
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much for asking. Um,
well, you're very
this
welcome.
is my library. Yeah,
But
that's got the book. I think I might be psychotic in there, so it's fun. So
but
no,
I'm
Carol
going.
Sue, can't hear you yet. No, you want to go and come back again? That worked last time. We'll be
Are
here.
you talking? Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to Sarah Sue
Ah,
because yeah, she can't talk, and that sometimes resets it properly. See you soon. So I'm sorry, Dan, if I have overwhelmed you with content. Um,
No, it's great. I'm very impressed by all the stuff you wrote. It's really, I don't know how it is for you, but for me, it's really hard to write anything. It just takes me forever. So I'm very impressed
um,
that you did all that. That's good. I
I'm
mean, yeah.
y-
um,
What I'm doing,
yeah.
what I'm doing now with AI is I'm very bad at writing something from scratch, but I can usually modify something. So now I have the AI write up like a scaffolding for me, and then I modify that, and that seems to work for me better. But starting from like this poem and stuff, that's just a lot of work.
oh no, 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 no. The words just flow. There are there are poets, and then there's the people who appreciate the poetry. I like to think that
Uh,
there's only two groups, but unfortunately, there's another group of people who don't appreciate poetry. And
uh,
you know, I do try to keep my poetic self kind of separate from the Our Heart Garden stuff. And yet, you know, it seeps through. It's who I am. It's my sight. It came, the vision came through my perspective, the facet of the jewel that is me. Um, it's fun
well,
being poetic.
I'm an appreciator of poetry. My mom was a somewhat famous poet. Um,
Ah,
and she wrote 22 books. Mm. And even though a lot of it scientific books, it was scientific using word imagery for kids and
Huh?
stuff.
ooh, how
That's
And
cool.
nice.
she received the National Teachers Association Lifetime Achievement Award for poetry and some things like that.
Wow, that's impressive.
So
Yeah.
I kind
Yeah.
of know that those are. So I know that generally it's not easy to do poetry. That's any good.
Well, yeah. Jen, I am so glad you managed to make it. I do have news for you, and then I want to introduce Dan because he's very interesting. Um, Jen, are you in Penticton now?
Yeah, I am. You're good. Wow, you're the only one that can keep track.
Well, I'm really glad that you're back. I know you went down to the GVRD and dealt with some issues down there, and now you're back, and so that's
Yeah.
good news.
Yeah, it is.
Now, uh, Jen is very interesting. She wants to write a book, and that's your tee up, Jen. Talk to us about your book.
Oh, okay. So I'm writing a book about generally sharing space together. So whether it's living together or working in a shared workspace or travel. And so I am planning on staying with people for a week at a time until the end of October around Canada and maybe beyond Canada. It depends how things go. And do the research sort of experientially, have chats with people about their experiences of sharing space, and then do the writing after the traveling with hopefully more
Yeah.
than like with a co-writer or more than one co-writer.
So my dream, Dan and Jen, is that Jen becomes one of the first social Argonauts, travelers that are associated with Our Heart Gardens. Yeah, it's such a fun idea, but the whole thing has to land, and I'm trying to envision how it lands, and it hasn't yet. But this is the opportunity to enable this part of the vision to become rooted and to grow. Um,
Yeah.
the concept is, Dan, these nodes that I was talking to you about before. Um, there's uh, people who know how to use computers who are maybe who are entertainers, energy healers, practitioners, writers, entertainers, uh, and they go from one Our Heart Gardens to another, and they create a circulatory system. They are the people who negotiate um, exceeds needs and exceeds. Um, I'm sorry, Jen, that wasn't what you called them. Um, the
Oh yeah, the
swapping
offers and needs
offers
markets. I
needs.
forgot to mention that. Yeah. So yeah, wherever I go, I would like to do these offers and needs markets, which is kind of an alternative economy, swapping, bartering kind of thing. Yeah.
I think that's it opens the door to currency. What kind of currency? Because I feel that all of us need to be a part of the Our Heart Gardens network, where we grow good food and good kids, and we support each other and doing all the things that need to be done, and supporting the ones who need support, and creating a feeling of inclusion and love. This is desperately needed in the world, and we need to save each other as best we can. There's going to be food shortages coming up. We got to know that. We need to grow our own food in our own communities. We need to do it together, and we need to know that the we're doing this as part of hashtag the one we are. This in my
I'm gonna
books, it talks
I'm
about
gonna
we're a dragon forming like a murmuration of starlings, the souls of the living reaching with the ancestors, and all of reality are the beautiful flowing wings of I don't know. We have to figure out what that looks like, but
yeah, but
it's
well, I'm going to interrupt briefly. I hopefully not interfere with your continuation of thought. We talk about growing our own food. I think this could be the single most important thing that we do in trying to create an alternative system or the world that works for all, because we all need to eat. And we're going to have serious problems if we keep on buying all our food from Walmart and Safeway and Fry's and things like that. Because they're here to control us, not to feed us. Feeding us is just a
Yep.
way to control us. And so the thing about food that's so important, of course, number one, is I don't know too many breatharians. In fact, I don't even know one. But they may exist. But the idea is we all need to eat. We need to have that food sourced, and we do, and it's something that we can do. If we take everybody where everybody lives, if we take the front, not just the backyard garden, but sometimes the front yard garden, and of course there are farmers out there that are pretty cool. The idea being, I could go on in more detail, but maybe not at this moment. But the idea is that those of us, the large, large, large millions of us, if not billions, who want to put together a world that works for all, a better world, we have the ability to feed ourselves, which is maybe the only thing shelter is pretty cool, especially in cold places. But the thing is that is actually the one thing we have to continue, and we have the ability to feed all of us if we just get focused on it. And so
I really like what you're saying there, Jack. I just want to interject because the people today are not used to cooking.
I'm not used to what?
Not used to cooking.
Oh, right.
Going down to the restaurant and having them feed us.
But not every night of the week, are they?
So my point is by sharing the kitchens, make the restaurants available for the people who are in the community. So you grow good food, but you don't have to prepare it. It goes into the kitchen, and everybody gets fed. And if there's leftover, then you can use that as one of the exceeds, and that goes to the people who need it. Maybe there was a hurricane and they need food down there, so we arrange the transportation that takes it where it needs to go. And I don't yet know what how that is paid for, but I think that the government takes enough money from us. We should stop funding war and start funding the network that sustains us all, including every single one of those human beings who are in Congress. Sarah Sue, I can't hear you.
Are those horns there, Sarah Sue, on top of your head there? Have you married the devil?
No, it's her butterflies. They're actually her ears. She's got perky ears, perky fairy ears. Yeah. So Jen, feedback. I would love to hear from you.
About food?
What an invitation.
Well, about anything, that you've heard. What has anything inspired you, or?
I was 100% in receptive mode, so now I have to switch gears into like output.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to give you lots of time.
Yeah.
Carol Sue, did you put your hand up still or again? You can't. Yeah, nothing. Okay.
Yeah, well, let's put it this way. Jen, You don't have to put your hand up now and talk now, but you gotta put it up later. That's a demand. So in the meantime, we can carry on another conversation and let you think about what you want to say. But then you got to do it.
That's very kind of you, Jack. Thank you so much. I love that. So if you don't want to speak now, Jen, you can put your hand up later. Which would you prefer?
But you got to do it. It's
But
not a
you gotta
choice.
do
it. Okay. Okay, well, I mean, something came to me, and I mean, I don't have anything of substance, I feel like right now, but I don't
That's
know if people are cooking, like, are people like, I guess it seems like a lot of people are not cooking, and I'm cooking 100%. So a lot of us, I mean, a lot of us are having chronic illnesses and dietary issues which didn't exist, I think, as much decades ago. So like, you know, gluten-free and low FODMAP and all that stuff, it makes it really hard to eat out. So I think there's a bunch of people that are not eating out, and growing our own food would be really healthy.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the idea that that could bring us together in community. And once we're all there, then we can, you know, share stories and share music and drumming and get the grandfathers to talk like Jack and the grandmothers like Carol Sue and me. You know, the kids need to see the elders in their communities. They need to learn how to respect the the people that have made their world possible. So, and yes, we have created the challenges as well. Not all of them, but we're in the process of meeting those challenges, and we do it by working together. Well, Carol Sue, nope, nope. I,
Nope.
I muted her and then asked her to unmute, and it still didn't work. So there's usually something that works, but
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
yeah. So Dan, tell us more about who you are and where you are and what do you do? What are your interests?
Well, my main interest now is to try to get this mathematically unbreakable encryption into the public, that we can have some security that can't be broken by anyone. In particular, you know, the various government agencies and stuff that are siphoning off all of our private information.
Yeah.
I mentioned in my talk that the the government agencies got permission from Congress to basically look at people's information if they were within 6 degrees of separation from a suspected terrorist. And of course, 6 degrees is, you know, basically the whole world.
Yeah. Yeah. We learned that with Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, but Congress didn't know that, so they okayed it.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. And that information is being siphoned off into a place in Utah. I think I have the name of that place now. It's the town in Utah. It's not a secret where the place is, because you can't hide, you know, the power requirements and stuff for such a large place.
Mm-hmm.
UTAH. Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
another thing.
It's in Bluffdale, Utah.
Hmm.
Go ahead and say what you're going to say. I didn't want to interrupt at all.
No, it's fine. I'm just saying where the facility is in Utah. It's in a place called Bluffdale. Is the big facility siphoning off all the information that's encrypted.
Well,
Mm.
what do we do? I mean, these facilities, until we get higher technology, require such a large area to satisfy their requirements for energy and water cooling and stuff.
Yeah.
And if we get pretty dependent on that, are there people who are thinking about how vulnerable those things are? When you're building things that are, I don't know, they're huge. I mean, a square block is small compared to some of these facilities.
Yeah.
And how easy would that be for people who want to interfere or take down our defenses to destroy and take away a huge amount of the information that we have and the way we have of processing it. I mean, these things are vulnerable, very vulnerable.
Yep. They require a ton of power, so you can even attack them at a distance by attacking the power source.
Exactly. And then, if they have need that much power, it means that they need a lot of space, things that create power to make that happen. And when you have that much space, you are putting yourselves out into the open because you can't hide all that stuff. So it's easy
Yep.
for foreign, anybody who wants to really take the U.S. down
I hear
to
your
take a
concern,
good
Jack.
share of our whole system down.
Yeah, I don't share your concern, but I understand that there are concerns. Um, I have this, there are people who are qualified to worry about that. And I hope to God that they're doing that.
Yeah,
I
well,
I can't do anything about it, and there's all I can do is be the me I was designed to be, to the best of my ability, and that um, I'm kind of a perfectionist, and I really want to see, what Stan has created. Um, see the light of the young one's eyes. Um, the the legacy of an old man as he's passing. Not that he is at this moment, but we all do. But I don't want his legacy to be lost. And so that's basically where my focus has to be, Jack. And when I'm dealing with the material that I am, I have to think about what is best for all it is. You know, um, because energy flows where attention goes, and I don't want to give my attention to something that is a possible future, but I don't want it to be a part of my future. So if I ignore it, maybe it'll just go away. I love that idea. I don't know if it's true, but weirder things have happened, and we don't know the cause of things. The cloud that I was trying to make disappear, all of the clouds around it disappeared, and it was like a circumpunct in the middle of the sky, with the clouds all around it, and this circle of no clouds, and the one cloud that I wanted to disappear, there it was. And Mom said to me, ha 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 ha, it's fun playing with Mom, and I want more of us to do more of that. We need to find a better way. The way that we've been given is a dark and dismal way, and it makes you crazy and it makes you sick. And I don't want to do it that anymore. Um, there's a reason I wrote that book. Um, I learned an awful lot from walking that part of my path, and it's important that people understand that there's a brighter window to look through. And that's really what I want to do. Is I just want to kind of throw the drapes back on a brighter window. So,
Well, I think it might be interesting. Like there are various species that have had the kind of control of the planet, not to the extent that we do now, but been the powerful ones. But then it's always evolved into the next one and the next one. And during these times, and I'm thinking in terms of AI that we could be experiencing these times, is that the entities or the species or whatever that are in control, at some point, I think, realized that they were going down and there was a superior thing coming up and they're going to be done. And I kind of think that might be interesting for us to kind of look at how they thought about that and how they dealt with that, because it's very possible that we are at that time. I mean, and why should we be any different? I mean, throughout millions of years, I guess you could say billions of years if you want to go back to other, simpler life forms and realize that these things have evolved and that whatever species or whatever entity or whatever that was kind of at the top of the train didn't last there. Somebody else took over. So
it
why
was,
are we thinking that we as human beings are any different? We're just at that stage
that's,
that so many, probably, I don't know, hundreds or thousands of species have in the past been, where it is our time to say, well, the next evolution is happening. And there it is, and we've had our day. Something to think about.
yeah, yeah, very interesting. Thank you, Jack. Oh. No, I
We
can't
can't,
hear
no,
you
still
now.
can't hear you.
Well,
You can hear us though, apparently.
Yeah, just fine.
Well,
Yeah,
it was an
Jen.
interesting in the chat. There was an interesting comment about it's easier to eat meat out, which I didn't know. But I don't. Yeah, I eat bison most of the time, and I'm just happy if I can find it at the grocery store, let alone anywhere else. But I was eating venison before I got on the road, mostly. Yeah, but anyway.
Well, that's very interesting, what you put in there, Carol Sue. Um, you know, if animals are not harmed by the meat that is grown, I can't see a problem with that. Maybe I'm really wrong. Um, maybe I'm wrong. I have the feeling that I am probably going to be wrong, but it it just seems like it shouldn't be wrong. I don't know. What do you think, Jen? Yeah, I'm going to call on you.
About that we can raise animals like in a good way. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's not raising animals. It's actually raising meat. They're
Meat. Yeah,
using
yeah, yeah.
that can,
Livestock.
yeah. And so, what do you think of that?
Yeah, I think it's great that people are doing it. Like there are those, you're aware of that, right, Shannon? I mean, I'm guessing like that
I
you
I
can.
know it's being done, but I don't know who by or anything.
Oh yeah, often like I think often people go in together on like a half a cow and that kind of thing.
Oh,
Um, yeah, maybe to save money, or even like sometimes I think the farmer that I was buying from, he switched his business model to to more of that kind of bulk meat, as I recall, which wasn't so great for me. Then you have to go find friends to share with. But yeah, I think it's good that those people are doing it. I think the grazing animals were a really important part of the ecosystem, according to what I've learned, like in Lila June's course, Lila June Johnston. And so it was like, yeah, there are definitely people out there who are talking about how it's so important to have those animals on the land.
Yeah,
And I don't
well,
know,
I
do we have
agree
to
with
eat
you.
them? I don't know.
Yeah, no, I was actually referring to what they're calling cultured meat, and that's
Oh,
so uh, living cells cultivated in vitro in a vat.
oh yeah,
Um,
I wouldn't touch that. Sarah
Say
Sue's definitely.
something, Sarah.
she's trying, but yeah,
She's the
she's having
mime.
trouble with her microphone, and I've turned her off, but I'm and hoping that when she turned it back on again, um, did it work? No, it wouldn't work. Ah,
Well,
Carol, so what did
is
you
her
do with your?
microphone turned off? No, her microphone's not turned off, is it?
No,
I
it's
don't.
not turned off. No, it should work. This is just to create havoc in our lives. If we didn't have little challenges, then we would have big challenges. I like these little ones. This is fun.
In the scheme of things, it's pretty small. You're right.
Yeah. So I think it might be a good time before Carol Sue figures out her microphone. Maybe we should use this opportunity to use a little silence and send some healing energies to Stan. I don't know what's going on for him. And you didn't
Well, I,
know that, Carol Sue. Yes, Jack.
I'm kind of wondering if people here know about World Unity Week.
I don't, well, Carol Sue does. I haven't been available. So no, I don't know anything. And I used to participate in World Unity Week. The last day of Peace Week, I ended up down in Surrey, BC, as part of the Peace Week celebration at the uh, production studios. It was a lot of fun. Um,
Yeah, the reason I bring it up,
uh-huh.
and Dan, have you heard of World Unity Week?
No, I never heard of it.
Yeah, I would suggest that you look it up, worldunityweek.org.
I'll work on it.
And basically why I say that is that it starts out as an 8-day World Unity Week summit where they have many presentations, the usual summits of people that are trying to create a better world. But the really cool thing about it is that it goes on for 99 days. And there are events and
Wow.
things happening during that entire time. And what it's very much about is to allow people to have, not just this one event and people talk and say, oh, that's cool, but to actually have something that's going on and on for 99 days, and you get to really have an experience and an idea of what many, and I think it's millions of people. I mean, there, it's at least hundreds and I think pretty sure thousands of organizations that are somehow connected. Doesn't mean they all participate all the time, but this is a huge number of the population of human beings that are trying to do something about what is going on in this planet. And it goes on for a long enough period to where you can actually get something very concrete out of it, not just event for a couple of hours or even a week. And it's run by people who are pretty credible and competent people who know how to put these things together and have been doing it for a long time. So anyway, so I guess what I'm saying is that this World Unity Week thing, with all the things that go with it for the 99 days afterwards, is one of the most probably useful events to pay attention to that happens on this planet.
Yeah,
And
World
I'm not.
Unity Week is a pretty powerful event.
Now
Absolutely.
of course, we have, the thing that Jim is, what is it? What's the name of the program thing that Jim is doing?
Humanity
Humanity
World,
Rising,
the
World
State of
world.
the World, State of
Huh?
the World Forum, State of the World Forum.
Yeah, Save the World Forum. That might be another one, but it's a different kind of thing. It doesn't seem to attract as much people coming involved, and doesn't have that long of a thing. So I'm not
Not yet.
trying to
It's
say
only
that,
new.
huh?
Jack, State of the World Forum is only new. It's the second one of its kind, though. The first one was back in 1995 through
Right.
2000, and this is the
And I'm
second
definitely
one.
not to play it down and compare to this other thing. One, because the people that are doing this other thing are definitely connected to Jim Garrison. So these are not, in a sense, two separate things, but a combination of people are working on the same thing. So I don't don't even, I'm not even going to try to tell you, well, which one's better. I don't think that's the thing. The conversation is that World Unity Week is another thing that is doing kind of the same thing of trying to put together a huge sector of the communities that are trying to create a better world. And I think that they're all a lot more focused on it now than they used to be. It used to be kind of an event, but I think there are more and more people who are realizing that this is way more than that. If the people who want a better world don't get a hell of a lot more organized, coordinated, cooperative, and collaborative than we are, it's going to be a pretty darn, I don't know, terrible state of affairs.
Yeah.
And unless the aliens come and, pull us out, I don't know. But anyway, I don't want to go too far on and on. Maybe I've already gone too far on and on. But all I want to say is that if you're into trying to create a better world, or the world that works for all, this is definitely a worthwhile thing to pay attention to, and not just a few events on World Unity Week, but the whole 99 days.
The whole 99 days. Yeah.
Does that make sense, Shannon?
Yeah, it did. That's it is an amazing event, and I couldn't do both Humanity Rising and World Unity Week, and so one had to go. And I was really grateful
It's
to
like a
Marco.
meeting there is.
Okay. I was grateful to be able to introduce Shonda Clausen in that space when I left, because she is she's dynamite. What she has managed to cultivate in World Unity Week, it's really been nice watching, and I can't be part of everything, so I left it in good hands. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we got to realize that, and then we got to figure out how we're going to deal with that. Because
Yeah.
I have really got to go through my emails and see what I can do, because I have I have acquired input from just so many organizations and people and things that, like you say, I can't, they're all interesting. They're all really cool people. They're all really cool people doing cool things, but I can't listen. I can't deal with them all. I got to
Well,
figure it
Jack,
out, and I'm having a little bit of a hard time, although I know I got to do it.
see, that's the value of other networks. You don't personally have to go and talk to these people. You put your information in there, and people can find it. Um, there's a link tree service where you can put all of your different social medias accounts. And well, if you get an other networks one, everybody, you can have all of the diversity in there
What's that?
that is part of
Oh no,
what
sorry.
you're doing. Sorry, Jen.
Yeah, it just comes down to how do you get enough people to pay attention to it. I don't think there's
Well,
a huge amount of people paying attention to it.
right.
And
And
no
if
matter how good a thing it is, if you don't have enough people paying attention who can take some action,
Well, that's why I
it's
want to
not going to
pull in the
accomplish anything.
universities,
That
Jack.
would be
That's
good.
why I want. Yeah, um, that's the only idea that I've got that really feels like it would do anything. I have received response to the email I sent out about Stan being in the hospital. Um, Yesterday, I went to the Global
Yeah,
Regeneration
could you
CoLab meeting, and I I had somebody, Tally, reach out to me saying she knows a couple of people in the GRC that might be able to help. And so I'm feeling a little more optimistic today than I was yesterday.
uh-huh. Yes, I mean just I mean briefly because I know we have, a few other things that people want to talk about, but what in fact I'll give Stan a phone call in the morning. Yeah, hopefully he has his phone in the hospital. I
Yeah,
assume he
he should.
does.
I assume.
But what what's going on? Is this something really serious? I mean, you don't go to a
Well,
hospital for just a minor thing,
last time
usually.
he was bleeding on the brain, but he had been
Yeah.
self-medicating with Alka-Seltzer, and that is one of the side effects. So he's not doing that this time. I don't know what he's doing,
So you say
and I don't know what's wrong.
so you say he's bleeding in the brain?
No, no, no. That was last time, and they let him go, and there's no
That
more.
is terrible.
Yeah,
That is not
yeah.
good.
No, it's not. And so I don't know what's going on this time, but yeah, they don't take you to hospital for nothing.
Right.
Yeah. So Dan, I noticed you're not talking to us. Okay, that's okay. What, Carol Sue? You want to? Oh, you want to? Mr. Dan. Carol Sue would like your email address. Pretty please. He's not talking to us, Carol Sue. I can't hear you. Oh, you know
Are
Carol
you
Burnett? You know Carol Burnett, right? This is a skit from Carol Burnett. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think Jen remembers it too. Do you remember Carol Burnett too?
Yeah, Mr. Tudball and like yeah, it's hilarious. I
Uh,
love this stuff.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And the she was irreverent, absolutely irreverent. I loved her. Yeah. Oh,
and
Carol Sue,
Marcos
you
hasn't said
remind me of
much.
her. No, he hasn't. We should knock on his door.
And he's got
Marco,
his
would
hair
you
cut.
like to add something? Don't listen to you, Jack. No, no, no. You have to activate the mic.
You're
He's
muted,
mutable.
Yeah,
Marcos.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I see that now. I unmuted and then it muted right away. Hold on a second. I gotta stop my echo.
Yeah, you didn't want us to be confused by the waterfall behind you. That would be too much noise.
So, oh, there you go. Thank you,
That
Marco.
should be better.
Oh, Dan, thank you so much for coming. It's been a pleasure having you here. It's,
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, sorry I was cooking while most of the time here.
yeah. Well, you
Is
missed,
does oh, Dan had to leave? Okay.
yeah, yeah.
What were you cooking?
Onions and gravy
Mm,
to put over mashed potatoes.
yum.
They're
Mm-hmm.
not mashed, boiled.
Mhm. Well, I hope that you, Carol Sue, got his email.
So,
I'm just
so
looking
are
back
you
at the
in
chat.
Michigan right now?
Yeah, yes I am.
So it's
Although
getting pretty late there for dinner.
I can think of a few places I'd rather be, but this is it. Well, this is breakfast.
Why?
I didn't get up till just a few minutes before noon because I had a Zoom seminar
Mm,
that started at 12,
hmm.
and I learned to do something.
Did you?
I guess I
Time
should.
well
So
spent then.
how was your health there, Marcos?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm working on it. Let me see if I can get this to work here.
I mean, you're looking pretty good, but that doesn't mean you are good.
Well, I'm definitely way too fat,
Oh,
and I'm working on that. Oh, this is the wrong one. Ah, this is the one I want. Ben Bowler tagged me and others in Unity Earth community. How about that?
no surprise. No surprise. Yeah,
All right, now I got
it
it.
was fun. It was fun playing there, but it's just, what are you showing us?
I learned how to do that today. When I learned the prompt to
Marco
get
Elton.
chat to do that.
Oh, good idea. Oh, it
I have
looks wonderful.
the
Yeah, it
prompts
That's
does.
very cool.
that tell it how to use a reference picture. So I used my Facebook picture, and it
Uh-huh.
says, uh, take what you know from our conversations and set me in front of a desk with a computer, and you know fill in the rest from your knowledge
Oh,
of me.
That's awesome. That's great.
truly, truly wonderful.
You look at all the stuff it caught.
Yeah.
That's what
So
it gleaned from
did
our
you do all this, or
conversation.
did somebody
No,
else?
this was Marco.
I fed the prompt into Chat GPT, and and gave it a reference picture. Said, okay, take this picture of me and do a line drawing and put me in front of a desk and use your knowledge of me from our conversations to, you know, let people know who I am.
I love that. Grow good
So did AI
things.
design this,
Yep,
the
Yeah.
picture?
in about a minute
Wow.
with
Wait. You know, it's really hard to understand sometimes. And actually, it happens inside of our body because some of these things that go on inside of our bodies are just really totally tiny. I mean, well, anyway, so it's kind of look at the time experience that some of these entities have. Like,
Mhm.
even our computer can respond to us in a really short time with a lot of information. And then you get on to what you're talking about in AI, how fast they can. And the thing that I always am curious about is inside their world, the world of those entities that are kind of doing this, what does their time frame look like? Like
All of this
what
has
is
already happened. It's already complete.
well, you mean that the whole thing is, yeah, I'm not sure I believe that, but I certainly have heard that.
We're just filling in the gaps.
Yeah. But my thing with that is that if like you say, like well, maybe I think that's what you're saying, that some people claim that do a lot of research on this, that all is happening at the same time.
Yeah,
The
that's what they
future, the
say.
past, and the present is
Yeah,
all going on at once.
yeah,
And what
that's
that
what they
means
say.
is that it's all been decided already. So what does that do
And,
to free will? I mean,
well,
if
that's the
that's
thing,
true,
Jack. That's the
huh?
thing. That's the thing with free will. It's actually something that you have to do, engage your will, because um, it
Well, if it's already been
it,
decided, what does
no, it
what?
hasn't been decided. It has to be enacted. It's all based on choices, and you have to make the choices in order for the wheel to turn.
Yeah, but that's not dealing with the concept I guess I was talking about, I mean, this might take a longer conversation to figure out what you're saying and figure out what I'm saying. But my feeling that are you dealing with the idea that many people have that time is all one, all now, and
Well,
so it means
that is one way of looking at it, Jack. It's not actually a complete thought from my perspective. The
uh-huh.
way I look at it is that time is a field that surrounds the earth. And it is
No, wait a minute. The time is what?
time is created, is a field that is created by humanity, by consciousness streaming through their pineal gland. And it is projected as reality in our shared field. Yeah, thanks, Carol Sue. um, it's
Yeah, I
what
mean
I
there
know to
are.
be true, Jack, is that I don't know. I just these are what I have come to believe, and it doesn't really matter what you believe. I like to think, because mom is the final arbiter of every conversation. And so the future is in her hands. I just do what I'm told so far as I can, and do whatever I want in the other parts, based on what my values are. And one of the values that I have is that I like to honor people for their contributions. And the only way I can honor Stan's contribution is by working on making OtherNetworks legacy a reality. That's what I'm here for.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm here for more than that.
Part of what you think.
That's part of what I'm here for. Well,
Yeah, because you can't. I mean, oh, go ahead. Because
well,
I'm
the
interested in what your thoughts are.
yeah, well, the Our Heart Gardens idea includes the global federated wisdom and knowledge education system. I don't know what we're going to call it, but it's ensuring that the information that humanity has, the human intelligence that Jim Garrison talks about when he talks about the State of the World Forum, that human intelligence is actually shared by all humans, um, as much as they are interested in it and want to participate in it. And I like to think, like you do, Jack, that the OtherNetworks is a nucleus, a node in that Akashic record, that is the new one. I like to. What's really true is that my mythology doesn't have to influence anybody else's mythology. It's just fun, and we need a lot of fun in our lives, and following mom allows it to be fun. She plays with you.
Uh,
um
allows
it's
us to have fun. Is
well,
that what you're
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Let's hope.
Well, she actually plays with us. When we start noticing her and thanking her, she gives us more, and it becomes a delightful conversation between you and the divine. That's what life should be for everyone. Yeah.
Well, what's the divine?
The
Who's
divine is the one that um, the divine. Some people call it light. It's more than that. It's consciousness. It's the source of all reality. It I like to think where we is being riced through humanity in our lifelines, um, and um, and Carol Sue, no, I don't think Mama occurs more in Alpha. I think she is always there, and just waiting for the next opportunity to surprise you. This is the fun part. It's once you realize that she is watching everything that you're doing and is participating in your life, should you care to notice, it makes it a lot more fun. And I am honestly,
so?
um,
Would you say that you personally are having a fun life?
I am. Even with all of the nastinesses that are going on, I don't give them my attention. And I am sorry about the the lifelines that make whatever they're doing necessary.
Yeah, my
Ah,
thing about that is that there are obviously a lot of pretty nasty things going on. But we can't let it take us into that state of mind. In other words, if we get depressed, we're in a down state of mind, we're no damn good to ourselves or anybody else. So even though you can look out, some people can say, well, how can you be happy with all this stuff going on? Well, if I'm not happy, I am totally incapable of putting a lot of energy into making the world a better place. So I don't care what's going on. I can't let it rob me of my positive state of mind and my happiness, because that totally limits my ability to do anything about it. So give that some thought if you haven't already. We gotta stay in a positive, happy state of mind, no matter what's going on. And I'll take that a step further. We gotta love everybody and everything. I even have caught myself, well, I think just once, maybe twice, of loving Donald Trump. And of course, Sarah would kind of support that because she has that view. But so I had to realize that I'm talking to Sarah as well as others. But the thing being is that you just really have to develop that positive, loving state of mind if you want to be really effective on making what you feel has to happen to create a world that works for all. So I try to work on that. I try to work on loving everybody, no matter how nasty they are, because they need
Good
it. I
for
mean,
you,
the thing
Jack.
of it is, I mean, think about it. When somebody's acting nasty, usually there's a cause.
Mhm.
Something's going on that's not good for them. Well, giving them more shit does not make them
Doesn't
feel
help.
better.
No,
So
I'm
you
with you on
try,
that.
you really, I think we really need to love those folks. Recognize that they are people that are doing assholeish kind of stuff, but still love them, because if you don't love them, it's going to be a hell of a lot different, more difficult for them to arrive and come to a state of mind where they're going to be more positive to what's going on.
Yes. And Jack, we're just about time at the end, and I would like to share with you guys something that I made. You guys up for that?
I am.
Excellent. Let
Yep.
me find it.
Well, I just want to say, is it going to be a something on the screen? Because it's going to probably be hard to read for me.
I don't think it's going to be a problem, but thank you
Okay.
so much. Okay. So I'm going here. And before we go here, I want to go down to here where it goes to here.
The picture
Share
almost
this
looks
tab
like where I
instead.
lived in Wisconsin.
Oh, well. So I want to read to you what it says because it's way too small for you. Mom, this is underneath Atlas. Mom came to play again today. She sent Brother Crow to oversee. You'll see him in the final moments of the video. She had her hand in the making of it, too. I was perfectly fine with just showing you the beauty of the day and the setting. Atlas, rooted in the sparkly sand of the Thompson River, just behind where I now live with my mother. I've been coming here since before the lockdown, but it was during that time I really got to know Atlas and their gifts. glass mostly. For a while, I tucked the pieces back into the roots, a kind of game between us. The next yearly flood dispersed them all, and I had to start over. Now I come prepared. I have bags of them. Blessings, maybe. Their energy changed since they were first formed. I play with the idea that they could become something. Tokens, charms, sun catchers that twinkle in the breeze, though I haven't found the shape for that yet. I've been making videos here since 4/4 of 2020, the day Atlas gave me the fourth four, $2.02, found in the sand. We've been laughing together ever since. In making this one, I realized I needed music and fumbled my way through, not knowing where to look or what to look for. I chose to make the pictures last as long as the music, and when I first watched the pictures with the music, I was glad the pictures changed so slowly. Then I heard my voice. What? I paused the playback, looked to see what had happened, but couldn't see anything, so I pressed play again, and there it was, words I'd spoken in a moment alone with hashtag, the one we are. I was wondering how I could deliver them to you, and Mom took it out of my hands. Yours are two of the ears of hashtag, the one we are. I hope you enjoy hearing them. This works for me. I hope it does for you too. And so,
Pretty cool.
are we back? Are we still seeing my screen?
Nope.
No,
No.
I'm seeing the
Okay,
galley,
bumped me out. Okay, I'm going to
Okay.
reshare. And
Okay.
but just in a few seconds ago that it changed.
that's
I
okay. It
was
was
seeing
my fault.
your view until then.
Yeah. Okay. So this is what I want you to see, and I'm going to turn on my sound. And I didn't press the sound button. Let me come back here and reshare because, oh my God. There
Is
we
that
go.
picture in British Columbia where you live?
Yeah, I'm going to show it to you. Oh,
Yeah,
why
like I say,
isn't
not
it
that much different from
there?
Wisconsin, where I spent some time,
Yeah.
in northern Wisconsin.
Oh, cancel.
We didn't have any mountains.
Let's just find
We
it.
did have a ski slope, so it was almost a mountain.
Reopen, close tab. YouTube, there it is. Okay, stop. Go back to there and go back to here and go back to here and go back to here, go back to here. Underneath Atlas, here we go. Share. Where'd it go? Do you see underneath Atlas? Why isn't
No.
it going?
I just see us in the gallery.
Oh. And it's okay. Stop. That's there. And share. Stop. Stop. I'm sorry. Apparently it doesn't want to be seen yet.
You're having problems, huh?
I am. So
If you
it
can
tells
send
me
it to
that,
us,
oh, what a good
I
idea.
can, I mean, I'm like half
Thanks,
asleep. I go to
Jen.
bed at 9, so like
Oh,
my brain
oh,
is like
good.
this.
Good. I
But
will do that. And thank you so much for
5
the good
a.m. I'll be really
idea.
alert. Yeah.
Yeah. Shift Command 5. Oh, now I want you all to look, oh, amazing. I'm just going to take a screenshot of everybody because you're wonderful and I love you. Okay. Good. Done. So I'll set it to you, and thank you so much for spending your evening with me. I love you guys.
Thanks. Thanks for what you shared, Jack. That was really profound about Trump and Carol or Sarah Sue. Your number didn't work in WhatsApp. Was there a country code or something?
She's down in Belize.
I have one hand holding the phone. Have to do some kind of
yeah, that works. And then there's
oh, you just got muted. Oh, there it is. Look at that.
I'm screen sharing. Okay, so watch. I can't see it. As I stand here by the riverside, dancing with the divine, I think of you, the one we are. And I feel the connection between us. That enables me to know that my life is yours. As you live through me. Exquisitely.
I dance for you, with you, within you. My cell walls embrace you. Borrowed from you as they are. It is the agreement of all my cells that we love you. You make my motor run. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Oh, there you go. It put Marco to sleep. It's all right. I would have put Stan to sleep too. Yeah, but just about anything will do that. So thank you so much for coming and being a part of this. And I look forward to next time. Oh, thank you, Carol Sue.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Hi, Jen. Thanks. See you next week, I hope. Oh, Jen, there was a typo in Sarah Sue's number. You get that?
Oh, yeah, I got it. Yep, got it. Thank you so much.
Excellent. Okay. Good night, everybody. Thanks, Marco. Bye.
You too.